kind of a wild story today that nobody is going to be covering that's involving the comic industry. And of course, these like online trademark vampires is what I'd like to call them, because this is what they do. They just sue independent creators and threaten independent creators all the time. That's what we have to deal with. I mean, our concepts might be something, I'm just wondering at what point Marvel's going to give me a cease and desist on like Dynamite Thor because of Thor, which Thor is, of course, a Norse god, so they wouldn't have any sort of deal on that. And Dynamite Thor is, of course, a public domain character that I just reimagined for modern times as well. That just came out of the 50s. It has nothing to do with Thor. But that's what the trademark law does. It just goes, it's a comic book, and it could be confused with our comic book. And this is what's happening with Antacrtic Press. They're a small indie, and it's run by Ben Dunn, who's a good guy. And some crazy stuff's happening today. So let's get into the news. Now, this is my online web store, and these are my books. And of course, I will not send you a cease and desist for buying my books. And you can draw fan art of my stuff. I absolutely love getting that kind of thing. Thank you guys for all the support. We've been getting some great reviews on Flying Sparks and Overmind and Cosmic Warrior over the last few weeks here. It's been a lot of people just reading the comics and checking them out for the first time. So thank you guys for doing that. These are available right now on delarose.com. That's in the description below. We've got digital versions too if you just want to get them right away. And I appreciate everybody who's supporting the books. Get on our Subscribe Star too, which is giving us a nice monthly bonus here in order to help us create comics and produce the news. You guys are amazing, and I appreciate you. So here it is. Red Sonja LLC threatens legal action against Antacrtic Press over parody character Blue Sonja. Now you see the character right here. It's very obviously a Red Sonja parody, and it is called Blue Sonja, YA, not JA. So, yeah, I mean, it's close, and maybe it's too close for comfort on that level, but, it looks like a different character, even though it's something that is the same here. Now, there's a bunch of trademark people who, like, Robert E. Howard stuff is mostly becoming public domain at this point, and so, but there's people owning the trademarks for Conan the Barbarian, and, there's been some public domain Conans that have been made, one actually notably by Chuck Dixon, which got stopped on that level after a while. He did a great job, by the way. But they came to a deal, from my understanding, on that, on what Chuck's doing. Now, Red Sonja LLC owns the Red Sonja character trademark, but not actually the character. These are public domain characters again. And so it's kind of an odd thing how this goes. And if you try to make a Zorro story, which we're actually doing as well, there's these people. If you call it Zorro and put it on there, they'll hit you on trademark, even though it is a public domain character as well. So, like I said, I call these people vampires because they're just leeching off of 100-year-old properties, which is stifling creativity. It's not protecting anybody. Nobody who's involved with these characters' creations is really getting money at this point. It makes no sense that ownership of these ideas is subject to this kind of thing. But this is exactly what they do. So they got a letter, Antacrtic Press did, and here's what it said. It has recently come to our attention that each of you and your company, Antacrtic Press, have and or further intend for your own specific commercial purposes without authorization or permission from RSL, which is Red Sonja LLC, to manufacture, market, advertise, promote, display, distribute, publish, and offer for sale an unauthorized infringing Blue Sonja comic book series and or graphic novel featuring a character, which is based on and strikingly similar to the Red Sonja character. Please be advised, by engaging in such context, you would be violating the copyright and trademark laws of the United States and infringing upon the valuable rights of RSL. The infringement is so apparent, you evidently deliberate that there's no detailed analysis required. You are using Red Sonja character, changing her hair from red to blue, titling her Blue Sonja to confuse the market with a competitive comic book series and or graphic novel. By such conduct, you are and further intend to, among matters without limitation, engage in copyright infringement, unfair competition, false designation of origin infringement, dilution of Red Sonja's trademark, and violation of applicable federal and state international laws. Now, I have the full letter that was sent here, and it's like 3 pages long, detailing like damages and things like that to try to scare off Antacrtic Press from producing this book, which is really sad. because at the end of the day, it's just a parody character. Now, even though, I'm looking at it from is the copyright even a thing? Probably not. The trademark is something that they'd have to fight in court, and because it's just a mess right on that front. But you get into parody. Parody is protected by law, but the problem is somebody like Antacrtic Press that's just making a comic book online, and they're not rich. Ben Dunn's just having fun, and might get a couple $1,000s out of it. I mean, nothing big. You can't really go to court over that and fight that. It just doesn't make any sense, because you're just going to blow money through attorneys that you would maybe deal with otherwise through going through all this. So what he did is he instead is just changing it to this Sword Maiden Blue Kendra, and of course he got rid of her bikini armor and changed it to this blue armor with a skull on it instead. So now it doesn't really look like Red Sonja quite as much. It's just a girl with a sword. And what are you going to do? You can't really copyright a girl with a sword, can you? So that's how he's responding to this. I really hate the way these trademark ghouls are out there and doing this, because again, people want to write some stories of like some Conan or some Zorro or Red Sonja or whatever it is. They should just be allowed to do so. I mean, it's going to be Superman pretty shortly, but DC Comics is going to be hitting people with the trademark crap on that too. You're going to have to call it like, I don't know, I don't even know what you'd call that. What would you call a Superman comic to avoid the Superman trademark? Leave a comment down below with that. But it's really sad. And either way, at least this Ben Dunn is, filing some more serial numbers off, doing some fun things himself. And I look forward to seeing this comic when it comes out. Leave a comment down below with what you think about this and the Superman idea. Hit the like and subscribe button. We'll be back soon.